Warning, this is a horror game and it is not intended for all audiences. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as parallax effects that on rare occasions have caused motion sickness in players. Watch with care and enjoy the video. Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Slay the Princess. I think we're on part 11 already. We're on our second playthrough, but you know what I mean. It's fine. Oh, we're getting down to the wire. We're having a hard time finding new things at this point. I think I've got a little bit of a bead on something we haven't done before. So let's go ahead and start diving into this and see if I'm right, shall we?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Good old princess. Let's get there.
Does it?
Do a little bit of dialogue here just to get...
While I appreciate... Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
To the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Let's get in there. Okay, so here's the plan. I don't think I have left the knife
the interior
behind.
Of the cabin is almost
gone to the nice
bare.
Princess.
The air is stale
freed
and
her
musty,
and
the
then
floor
killed
and
her.
walls are painted in a fine layer
I don't
of dust.
think I've done that.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
Watch me immediately be wrong, but you know, I kind of tried this time. I looked at a couple of videos. All we can do is try. Okay, so we leave the blade.
The door to the basement
I don't know if we should lie here or lay, or if we just
Don't
hide.
be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Okay, let's examine these chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Sure am. Okay. Let's go check upstairs for the key.
Okay, I'll be here.
They shut the door, we go back
You
down.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Okay, so the blade is here. We save her here? Save here, kill later. Kill now? I'm gonna just put this in an empty slot in case this is not even remotely a new path. Let's go save here.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm.
Approaching the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that.
This is
The
where
stakes
I'm
are
going
too
to
high.
let it...
You can't just let her escape into the world. No, as the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward
here
and
we go.
raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Sure can.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay, so now instead of warning or resisting or any of that, we just go for it?
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
It's fine, probably, mostly.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
Yeah, probably. You know, it's fine. I had plans.
I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
No, probably not.
She pounces
hello.
on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
feels like it's leading toward a path we've been down.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
Am I really this bad at remembering things? Yes.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
Oof.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
Is this just taking us back to the beast? The one video that I didn't check. I checked 2 where I knew that I freed her, but oh my gosh. It's fine.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world.
Something's different though, because we can't just skip the text.
It can't just end like this, right?
It will. It does.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh, no, wait a second.
You're on a path in the woods.
The witch.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Is it a princess?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Hasn't this already happened,
It
though?
hasn't. Or if he doesn't remember what happened, then brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Okay, opportunist. I feel like that is a voice we've had before, though.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Yeah, well, you keep secrets from us.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Maybe not. Okay. That's definitely different dialogue. Okay.
Those are 2 very different
Let's get some
questions,
of the
but
extra-
let's say for a moment that if you're back here, we were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
Exactly. We're just weighing our options, right, guys?
I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations.
just a little bit.
You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Yes, but in this purely... If it's the latter, do you think the people there... That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble. And if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we?
Except actually killing her literally traps us. So, you know.
You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
We love saving the world, right? Awful wink. It's fine. Okay, to the cabin. I'm so excited to see what it looks like this time.
She will lie.
She will cheat.
Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Can he? What are we looking at this time?
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Alright. Very creepy. We love a good knotted root cabin.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, whole different cabin.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here.
Oh, hush.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Alright, let's approach this mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
It's a mirror.
Or-
Wipe away the grime.
You reach forward
and touch
rub
the
your hand
wall.
against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Only the most ridiculous for you. Alright, let's go ahead and grab our blade.
Take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Sure
Well,
would.
if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
See, now there's a thought,
That's not actually a bad idea.
right? You know how much trouble that would have saved us if we could have just been hiding the blade this whole time? Like, in we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Ooh, that's a creepy way to phrase that. Roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. That's a good description, though. Like, for real, I like that.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
This is probably safe.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, I buy that excuse this time.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Skitters.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably, she says. Also, you can hear that ever so slight, like, classic, like, witchy pitch to it, the voice as she talks. It's not, like, full, like, throttle into it, but there's just a little hint of it. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
That's rude.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I mean, you killed me, but...
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy.
Just a princess.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Sure we can.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah, we love hearing what people have to say. It's new dialogue to listen to.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
They are an opportunist. I don't think they care either way.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
But endless debate.
Fine, fine. You're the boss.
He is not.
Thank you.
Ooh, okay.
Descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
This is very... Okay, I do think we have to be very careful that this doesn't lead to the beast, but considering how she looks, this isn't the same as when we went down that path.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Okay, we didn't have to be so obvious about it, you know?
That's no fair. How would she know that?
It's not that hard, I guess, to really know that, but...
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
Have we?
Good.
Uh-huh.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. Duh. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
Yep, Sherlock Holmes here, right?
Call it deductive reasoning.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, you seem to be great at it.
So great at it.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Good. Stop fighting us.
You fought us on it back in the woods.
Constantly fights us on it.
That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Yeah, but when all of the voices in my head are saying it, maybe you should listen.
Is it all behind us?
No.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Uh-huh.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Okay, I'm having an inner dialogue, thank you very much. Okay, Get the sense you're not happy with me. I died, you didn't. Things got messy, something bigger than both of us. We should team up. These chains didn't stop you last time. I get a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here, because that's kind of what happened the last time. Clearly there's some broken trust. Give her the blade? I don't trust you not enough to free you. Definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Didn't care if how you treated me last time. I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. One of these options. Okay. Yeah, the chains didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Just no more.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Okay, we don't need any more romantic voices.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now
Her own
stop
devices.
her.
She didn't even have to do anything. It just fell off. It's not like she tried. You're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Could have gotten out this whole time. What do you even need me for?
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. That binding I shed is just a symbol of the crueler magic at work in this place.
Uh-huh.
If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
So sassy sounding this time. trying to think, because if we just straight up fight her, I feel like we're too likely to get the standard, like, beast from the previous. Let's see. Yeah, you gonna stab me in the back?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Never, I'm just curious.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
It's true.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
Weren't we the backstabbers last time, though? I mean, come on. She's already mentioned the whole guilty conscience thing.
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
I mean, it's probably fine.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Okay, let's go ahead and hit that save so we can try to make sure we get to something new. Let's give you the blade.
You can't be serious.
Mostly fine.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
I mean, she's already said that she needs us to get out of here, so...
As do I. Abstain?
That's so helpful.
You abstain. She's going to kill us.
Okay,
if
you
we give it to
technically
her.
already got the vote 2-1. You're fine, like... It's a silly idea. She clearly hates us. It's not a democracy. We're giving her the blade. Yeah,
You're
sure.
going to get everyone killed. You know that, right?
Probably, yes.
But of course you do.
See? You get it.
You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
Not you. I'm me.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
Well, you either kill me, and you're stuck here anyways, or you need me to get out, so... It's up to you. Give you the blade. Both scared and both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Yeah, someone's gotta make a change.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Then stab away.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Yep.
What? No, come on, that's not right.
That's what happens.
I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I'll see you next time, because you're still not out of here.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
You killed me last time, too. Like,
Why? Why did you let me do this?
I'm looking for a new story. And I think this is going to take us to one we haven't gotten before. So I'm trying to remember the things from the memories to help kind of guide this a little.
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time.
See you later.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yep. The Thorn. Let's go. Past life Gambit, hand your power to a suspicious character.
You're on a path in the woods.
Are we?
I can't believe she actually stabbed us.
Right off the bat, how dare she? Okay, this is new though, this is good.
I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
It's fine. We're fine.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out.
How's the narrator gonna feel about this?
I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument.
Good for you.
Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything.
Not you
You're fixated
again.
on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
Why are you here? Oh, God.
Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
Okay, so it does seem like we can get repeat voice types while still having drastically different lines. So maybe we did have the opportunist at some point, and it was just different. Because we've definitely had the Smitten before, but not here.
Gladly, my dear fellow, by cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Uh-huh.
I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Ah, he's so relatable, of course.
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
Where is the narrator?
She hates us.
This is true.
Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
No, she hesitated after stabbing us to death. Let's be clear on that.
Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence.
This is true. It could be true.
You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
I was waiting for you. You were awfully quiet through all of that, just kind of accepting the dialogue.
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Oh, are we now?
Oh, are you now?
I gotta stop doing that.
Great. So you've obviously been here before,
Twice.
since you apparently died at least once.
Twice.
Actually.
Yeah.
Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
It's fine. It's different, it keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading. Someone's in the know.
They know a lot of things they don't like to tell us, it's fine.
I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
Well, we think a lot about her, it's fine.
You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except the thoughts of her.
As they always are, Smitten. Except for when you get obsessed. And, like, scary obsessed. Okay, gonna free her, we're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin. Hope you don't think I'm planning on freeing her after she stabbed me in the heart. Through the cabin, what happens if we just leave? Sure, she would be taking the whole looping thing in stride. Now what happens next seems all our answers are in the cabin. Okay, let's go, we're even now.
Yes, good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room.
I'm flattered, thank you. I'm certainly something.
I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it.
Mostly it's just you guys that can hear, so I mean, it's fine.
Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan.
Exactly, trust in the plan. It's never steered us wrong several thousand times.
Trust in what plan?
Now you're getting it.
The Decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
Exactly. If I keep the plan a secret from myself, no one can figure out the plan and use it against me.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free.
It'll tell us something.
If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. You should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
Okay, well, let's head to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point.
Is it?
I don't know if I'd say everyone.
Exactly.
You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too.
Oh, you do you? Would you like to tell us about it? Or are we keeping the plan a secret?
Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters.
That's
the
rude.
princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
In we go. It's the only thing to do.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Whoa. That's such a cool... I see the blade isn't here.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
We kind of left it with her.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
She could.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it... Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her.
I mean...
Look, as far as I
Options.
see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
It would seem that way.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
Well, we are already 3 times through and then some. So, things can work many ways.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers.
She will definitely do something.
Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Okay, only thing I see is the mirror.
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go. But there isn't a mirror.
Yeah, there is. It's fine.
I still don't get his angle here.
Never will.
Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place. And that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We must put our best face forward. Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance.
And of course we're a real go-getter.
So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror?
Well, yeah, probably.
I promise you there isn't a mirror and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
We'll see it after we touch the mirror and it vanishes. It's fine.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features.
Yes, we're gorgeous.
It went away when we touched it last time.
And
Reach
wipe.
forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough.
It's fine. It happens every time.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
Don't worry, we're adorable.
Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
Always is.
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Down we go.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you.
It's very, like, Sleeping Beauty. Dragon fire and thorns.
Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease. At least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
Mm-hmm.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
Well, she'll call out for something, probably.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back.
Yep, we're back again to torment you some more. Sorry, girl.
I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't either, it's fine. Don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Not really.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast
Ow.
open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation.
Oh, God. Yeah, that looks painful.
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Yup. She's probably tried to cut her way out of here a number of times.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
It doesn't look funny. Let's see, I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest, turn and leave. A lot of turn and leave options. Not here to laugh, I'm here to free you if you'll let me. Or yeah, I'm here to laugh. What did you think would happen after you killed me? Did you think I wouldn't hold it against you? Let's just... I can cut you free, but you have to give me the blade.
And I'm supposed to believe it's safe in your hands? That you aren't just saying what you need to say in order to fool me and save yourself?
I mean, I don't have to be here, I mean... You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. We are pretty trapped in this cycle.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
I have, and I've died twice for it.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
It's a lot of hurting, but currently you look to be in more physical pain than me, so... I take the blade now.
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
The ones where she seems sad make me feel so bad. Let's reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort.
She's scared.
But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
I think she's just tired.
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out,
No.
we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
Do we need to, though? Like, really?
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
No.
I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2.
Which two are... I guess Smitten and Hero versus Narrator and Opportunist.
You don't count. And why shouldn't he count?
Yeah, he's another voice in my head.
Because he's clearly not one of us.
This is also true.
That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
I mean, I haven't let him have a say this whole time, so why should I start now?
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Let's get you out of here. I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own turn and leave. I'm going to cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her?
He's
You can't just
team
switch
whatever's
sides as soon as we
obvious and
make a
easy.
decision.
He can switch. That's his job.
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Let's free her, shall we?
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right, what he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her.
I was gonna say, the Opportunist doesn't really have a side. That's not their job. Just move along.
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
One of something.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm.
It's still gonna hurt so bad.
and she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
I think there's been enough of that this time.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
Yeah, our dashing tiny sword.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
He's made it do a lot of things. Let's not be too hasty.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You're welcome. Describe away.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
I don't know if there's enough trust for that. Should really hate the people who put us here.
Me too.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
Let's go.
You should have kissed her, you fool. It was the perfect moment.
I don't know if we're quite ready for that. I mean, there was a lot of murdering going on before. Let's not rush into kissing. Enemies to lovers can take a little more time than that.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
All right, dashing blade.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes.
This is gonna hurt.
I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
Can we just move them out of the way?
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Exactly. A lifetime of opportunities. Cut or step? Let's cut into them. Stepping into them sounds painful.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement
Oh, look at that
stairs,
smile.
they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Oh, the world doesn't end. You're just being dramatic.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn an innocent like her to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
Let's do better.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance.
Killing her now would be so fucked up.
We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Let's get you out of here. Step into your freedom.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
Okay, that's a little excessive. We did get another achievement about that, about working through our issues. I always love the endings where she's looking at the stars. Look how happy she looks. The flowers are a cute touch with this.
What do we do now?
Now we return to the long quiet.
Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
God, does she have to be so sad every time this stuff happens? You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
We won't.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Always is. Okay, it's the end for you, but not me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
You better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy.
I can.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Probably too late for that, knowing you. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. Mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. As we do. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. I feel like this is the most that the long quiet has actually looked like the path in the forest. It looks kind of like the trees. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before, or if it just looks more like that the further along we get. Proceed. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Curious indeed. I think there's people there. I think out there is real. Are we real? Thoughts, what's gonna happen? There are voices, some of them are me. One of them is something else. Do you have a narrator, and have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Yeah, probably, yep. Don't know why, but yeah. Don't know what I'm gonna do when I find him. Probably gonna have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
This is true. Okay, think there's people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Isn't it lonely, though? This is your last stage before completion. Okay, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
We're getting closer.
I will be here, waiting for you.
See you then. I was a bit more ready for it that time. Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the thorn to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright, we've got one more before we start to wrap up this chunk of playthroughs. I'll have to look to see how much more is, like, realistically available to us after, or if we've kind of hit our limit on newer things. But yeah, aside from the video next time, let me know if you guys want me to keep exploring these, what you've been thinking. What's your guys' favorite, princess encounters so far? I just say I really liked the thorn. I think that was a really cathartic one, almost, where we got our rage out, she got her rage out, and we just kind of accepted that shit is what it is, you know? So I think that was a lovely story there. But for now, we are going to go ahead and wrap things up here. I hope you guys have been enjoying this so much. Slay the Princess has been such a fun series to record and to see your guys' reactions to. I know a lot of people have really been enjoying it, and so I'm so glad for that. But yeah, we've got one more to try to figure out here before it wraps up the playthrough again. So, as always, I hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful day, night, evening, whatever the heck it may be for you. And I hope to see you all next time for the final leg of this journey. Have a good one, you guys. Goodbye.